everybody, and welcome to another episode of That Podcast. Enjoy the show. Hi.
I have a question about this. So you just turned it on, and I get this when we broadcast too. Why does red mean go and green mean stop?
No.
Red is meant to signify to other people that it is recording.
Yep,
so
it's
that's
like, hey,
it used to be like on outside the recording booth door of like, hey, things are happening. That's why it's red.
That's why it means stop.
your shenanigans.
Yes.
Gotcha. Where things are happening now.
Just like the tally lights on the cameras.
That's what I mean. Like I'm always thrown because I'm looking around to see which one is on.
And you like see there's one that's green and one that's red, and you're like, wait, which one?
Right. It's taken me however long we've been broadcasting to figure out look for the red one. So
why is DJ always looking at the wrong camera?
We always
looking
cut
this
to
way,
the
it's
other
over
camera.
here. Switches.
Yeah. Well, so I guess he wants that camera switched to the other one. Oh.
And I was looking at the other
There
one.
it goes.
Camera one.
Too
Which
late.
one's that?
Yeah, right.
That's good.
First
Well.
world problems. 21st century problems.
Yeah.
Do we need to let the fine folks that tune into that broadcast understand that there's a new release schedule? I was thinking about this
Yeah, I
earlier.
guess we could be like nice about it and tell
You know,
them.
if people are coming and like, where's my episode? And it's like,
They know who they are.
What?
know that they
Mama
will.
was the last one.
They will come very on time. If you understand that the time that they come is every other week,
Yes.
correct? So every 2 weeks.
There will be a new episode. It's more because, one, I'm terrible at my job. Two, we don't. I can never remember to schedule that stuff. But also, it's so much harder for us to get in here to record. So then I always feel bad of like, hey, we don't have a new episode because we literally haven't been able to record a new one.
That's right.
So-
Hey, look, we gotta make sure that we can get the gang back together again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get the band back together.
band.
Yeah. So just so you're wondering, if you're like, I haven't, every week I come back for another episode, and it's a long form that's over several episodes. It's going to be every other week. So just let that anticipation build until the next one drops.
Yep.
You will not regret it. So.
Yeah.
All right. So that's done.
That's cleared up.
Yeah. And I'm sure if you go back to other episodes, you can fill your off weeks with,
How many of these are there now?
other episodes that we've done in the
200
past.
and some.
Look, what episode are we on?
Yeah.
2. I think this one will be 2.
216 just dropped.
Oh.
I was going to
Okay.
say 218
See,
was
you
what
could
I was
go-
thinking.
Yeah, you could get multiple years of filling those
Go
off.
way back to the.
Because I think this one is going to drop
right.
right before Easter.
Yeah.
Because I have them go through, I think, March.
Yeah.
into
Oh, wow.
April.
Okay.
You could go back to the time before time.
You certainly could.
The
Broadcast.
time before me.
5 years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's been
Yeah.
officially 5 years.
March 11th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yep.
Oh my.
We're 2 days past the
Yep.
anniversary.
Congratulations, guys.
That is crazy.
And to think I had doubts.
Yep.
Sarah's like, I'll do this. It's fine. It's not going to last.
Yeah, because Ryan was like, we should do a podcast. I'm like, well, what are you going to talk about?
Yep.
That'll be fun for 3 weeks.
Everybody said that. That's dumb.
And Ryan said, that's what I do best.
Yep. That was way back before we threw Zach out of here.
Oh man, gosh, it seems like such a long time ago. The Right Reverend Zach Mathis, ordained now, you know.
Oh,
Yep.
did he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is a pastor.
Yep.
With the collar and everything.
Yep. I haven't been to his church.
I have not either.
I should go.
I've walked past it.
Yeah, it's in your old stomping grounds, right? Is it
Mayville.
big? Is it little? Is it average sized?
Is it a brick building with a steeple?
Is there a
No,
cross
but it
out
is brick.
front? Does it
Like,
have
it's on the building.
Does it have a bell? Does it ring
No.
at noon?
It does not.
Is there a church that rings in Mayville? Like
Yeah,
on the big times?
Part of me wants to say yes because I feel like something did, but I can't remember which church it was that did it.
When I was a kid growing up in Mayberry, this was back when parents would kick you out of the house, especially during the summer.
Couldn't be at home.
Get out, don't come back.
Yeah.
They'd lock the doors. If you were thirsty, there's the hose. But you knew when to go back because certain things would happen. Like at supper time around 6 or so, the bells of all the churches that had bells would start ringing. And
The
it's
dinner
like,
bell.
time to go home.
Yeah.
So, and noon and so on. Yeah.
No, because if I remember right, he's the one that's diagonal from the one I grew up going to.
Okay.
So
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Walk past it.
There's
My
2
mom's
Lutheran
dog's,
churches there, right?
In Mayville?
Yeah.
There are 3 right within like 2 blocks of each
How
other.
many people live in Mayville?
This is North Dakota.
Apparently
you know.
enough for 3 Lutheran churches.
It's kind of like Starbucks in North Dakota. Everyone has their own Lutheran church
Yeah,
on
but
every corner
How
in
many
every
people?
town.
5,000?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes
Not
sense.
even, I don't think. I think it's
Go to the
1,000.
Google machine.
1,000. See, Wishick's got like 800 or 900, and there's one Lutheran
Watch
church.
me be very wrong. Watch it be
1,800 people.
okay.
Wow, and there's that many churches,
There's
Lutheran churches.
Mayville is big
within
enough.
Mayport, like Mayville, Portland. There's I think 5,
Yeah, Mayville is big enough that it's like
and
a
only one is in
planet.
Portland. So
It has an orbit, so it has suburbs.
Okay. Plus,
No, it
plus
doesn't.
there's
Yeah,
an
it does.
influx
I'd
of
say
college
Portland-
students
I was
too,
going
right?
to say the town literally doubles when
Yes,
Yeah.
when school's
When
in
school's in
session.
I was like, how many of those
1,100 1,100 though are
are students?
our students. So pops up
Yeah,
to
literally, there's Mayville Lutheran. Then
2,900.
diagonal across Main is which one?
I hope it's
forget what the
Lutheran
name
Church
is.
of Mayville.
No, and then down the block on the same street, but down the block, like north, is another Lutheran church.
You know, I drove by a Lutheran church just
And then
yesterday,
there's the evangelical free.
and I sent a Snapchat of it to Ryan, thinking I would get a laugh out of him. And
Is
I
it the
didn't
same
even-
one you sent to
Yep.
me?
Which
Okay.
one? What
Grace
was
free?
it?
Grace Free Lutheran.
Oh.
And it just made me think of, speaking of other old friends of the podcast, Pastor Paul Cross, and the importance of
I just had lunch with
thinking
him
through
today.
the names.
Of course you did.
Yes.
Paul, he's good times.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to figure out what he's going to do with himself.
Oh, we'll give him a job
like
if he wants one.
retire?
That's something to do.
What's
Actually
wrong with that
retire.
being what you do with yourself?
There's only so many Star Trek episodes, I think.
That's right. I think you
just
got
start
through
him
those
again.
pretty quick. Yeah, it's kind of like that podcast. Just start over at the beginning.
Start
Yeah.
all over. Leonard Nimoy.
That's right.
Didn't
Yep.
he die? Speaking of people that died,
Well,
Yeah.
if he was alive, he'd probably be 115 by now.
Yeah.
really?
Leonard Nimoy?
Billy Shatner's still going strong though. He just went into space
Let me see how
at like
old.
100 years old.
Let's see what year Leonard Nimoy was. If anybody out there knows, by
How
the
many
time you
times do you
call
think
in, we'll
people
be
are
done
listening to
recording
these
this.
podcasts just yelling, like I do with Wheel of Fortune sometimes?
Just being like, I know the
it's
answer.
this, it's this.
No, I guess he wouldn't be that old.
I was gonna say I don't
He-
think
He'd
would
be.
He died in 2015.
He'd be 93.
See, that's not
Not
that
that
old.
He
I was within 20 years.
That's kind of a lot when
Yeah.
you're talking about.
23.
What? Quarter century? That's not much.
Time is an illusion.
You know
Yeah,
what?
it is.
Speaking of podcasting, the reason I'm being interrupted here, and he's going to find out about this, is I keep getting texts from Todd Evenson, the Todd of God.
The Todd of
He's
God.
interrupting our
The
recordings.
TOG.
He's probably asking
He's
where
like,
his
"Where's
episodes
the
are.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, do you want them or not? Stop interrupting our episodes.
He's just. Did you let him know that back to say
No, I
we're
didn't.
Yeah,
podcasting right now? Would you like
stop
to be on that
bothering me.
podcast?
I'll let him know. Todd, quit texting me. Okay, Todd, he's gonna read this now, and then he'll read it in what, 2 weeks from now?
Yes,
Todd.
right before Easter.
Yeah.
Stop texting me. We're recording the podcast.
It's nice to know all dads text the same of needing to say them out loud as they do it.
So
But it's
we're
not.
recording the podcast. You'll no doubt wonder.
It's wrong. No. No, it's not. Never mind. Sorry.
Really? About soon.
Don't you just love over the shoulder texters?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's wrong.
You spelled that wrong. No, I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't catch the doubt, so I thought you were just gonna say no, like you'll know, and I was like, you should know better.
You may have confused him. You said the podcast when it's
that
podcast.
Yeah. With
Mess everything up with the headphones
The
And
podcasts.
and the at
and
symbol.
the, and the, and
thingamajiggies
the
around
what
it.
are those called?
What?
They're not brackets.
it's a math thing, I think. Sarah S., will you tell us what those things are called?
So,
Dr.
another one of
S.
Dr. S., please help.
Dr. S.
I have no idea.
the thing is
Yeah, the
around the
scripture.
name.
They're like
Oh.
parentheses, but fancy.
Yeah, brackets.
It looked
They're
more
not
aesthetically
brackets, though.
pleasing.
I don't know. What are we talking about?
Just gibberish all over the place. I have some serious things to talk about, but before we do that, I want us to have a little bit of a conversation about what is going on at Atonement in this season right now.
It's
just saw
soup season.
it's the season of Lent, everyone's favorite.
Lent.
Yes. And we've started the Lenten dramas.
Yep.
They're braces.
And I was again just wondering just today, like, what is it about Lent at Atonement? For if you've never been to Atonement, you might think that this congregation is fairly modern in the way that it does things.
We're hip.
But man, we go
Not
all
when you
out.
say that, we're not.
What did you say?
We're happening.
Cool.
All right. I'm getting nowhere fast today.
What'd you expect?
This congregation gets very traditional around Lent.
Yeah.
It's like if there's a tradition at Atonement, it's Lent.
Could you imagine if next year you came out and said, you know what, we're not doing dramas this year for Lent?
Oh, they'd run me out on a.
Yeah.
They'd run me out of here.
Yep.
Quick way to get your
there'd be
tires slashed.
Torches and pitchforks. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how much you want your job.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so speaking of Lent.
So that's how I get out of here. We're canceling Lent.
No more Lent. It's too much work. We're not going to do it, guys.
Speaking of Lent and dramas, remember way back when we did a full movie in 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
That's crazy.
Remember when you had a running broadcast every week of you were a news reporter on the scene?
Yeah. Yep.
That was a whole like
Foreshadowing.
like a whole web series in itself.
That's
Just,
true.
Yeah.
episodes week in and week out.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a full movie that was recorded. It was like over 2.5 hours worth of footage.
Yep.
Man,
Like 6 weeks.
that was like a Peter Jackson movie kind of movie, like a Lord of the Rings type thing.
It
Well,
was.
let's not go too far.
And the special effects, very nice.
Right up there with
Dynamite.
Yeah,
Lord
right.
of the Rings.
One of the best movies was. Yeah.
Kevin Smith's got nothing on us when it comes to production value.
You know, we're just 4 little letters away from that EGOT.
Remember John Mellon riding on the donkey?
Yes.
Because we put the green sheet over the
Yes.
top of the stools.
I don't think I've seen this.
I don't
top-notch.
even know. I know what they're talking about.
You gotta go check out Atonement's YouTube page.
That-
It's all there.
Do we have the blanket back here? Where's the green?
Of the big giant green sheet.
Yeah, the green
Yeah.
sheet. We put that over 2 stools and then had John Mellon go on one, and it looked like he was riding a donkey.
Right.
When was this?
I don't know. It was either
2000
Was I
2020 or
21?
21.
No, yeah.
Is-
I'm sorry, I'm way off.
Must have been 21.
It was
What?
2021 or 2022
Oh.
because
you
we
say
did
12?
videos for 2 years.
No, he said 12.
Yeah, I was way off. I'm like,
Okay,
no,
I
it's
was like,
2021,
somebody
2022.
said
Because did we?
I was here then.
We did.
You probably
Live
edited
Lent.
it.
No.
We
No?
did Live Lent 2020
That would have been like
because
the week
COVID hit just after that.
We finished. We
We
finished.
just
it online.
finished because it
Yep.
was early and it was in February,
Yep.
and then we had to shut it
Yep.
down. That's right.
We finished
'Cause
it online.
That was such a beautiful Easter look for the year. Such a good look. So many flowers. I spent a lot of time designing that.
So we finished
fine.
that one online, and then the next 2 years we did movies.
We did.
Yep.
Yeah, not rather than a live drama. That's right.
Yep. Green screen.
Any of this?
That's when you were cutting your teeth here, wasn't it?
I literally started, and then like 2 weeks later, you guys were like, "So we do this in called Lent. Have fun, kid."
Good luck to you.
Did you grow up with Lent? Was that a thing? Yeah, me neither. Like
Really?
Ash Wednesday was not a thing. Lent was not a thing. I didn't
Even
get
just the
huge
other
deal for me
days
growing
of
up.
like Holy Week, I was like, "What do you mean? There's a week? What does that mean?"
I didn't get ashed until I was ordained.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
So when did you guys do like your first communion then? Growing up?
4th grade?
Well, yeah, but like what time of year? Just because that's always on Maundy Thursday.
I was in 4th grade. I don't recall.
I don't think I ever actually did one.
Oh.
We
Just
did.
got a text back from Todd.
I think we had Maundy Thursday, and I think we had
Okay.
Good Friday. We just didn't have Ash Wednesday, and there wasn't something different with Maundy Thursday. It was like your
Just
first communion was on Sunday morning,
Oh, okay.
so it wasn't in the evening.
Todd wants to know if you can find it in your heart to put the podcast on Spotify this week.
I'm working on it.
If you would like the podcast sped up, you can make all donations either directly to Atonement or personally to Dana's Venmo.
Right. I'll give you that Venmo, man. I'm working on, okay, there's something wrong with the server. It's not just me, it's Mark too. So if I'm going under this bus, someone's coming with me.
I'm taking you all down.
That's funny. So, I don't remember the first time I got ashed.
Did the church you grew up? Did you grow up in church? I should say first.
Yeah. Yep. St. Luke Lutheran Church in Wishick.
In Wishick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't remember if they did the ashing?
I don't remember. I do not remember.
Yeah. This is back in the 80s. Like this was like.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of this stuff prior to my church, my little Norwegian church, becoming part of like the bigger Lutheran American church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think we did any of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. Don't remember that at all.
I remember we would have worship every Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and like once a month or once every 2 months, we'd have communion service, and it would be like 2 hours long. Because the regular service was an hour, but when we'd have communion, it was like all out. It was and it was long, and communion everyone would go up and you'd kneel at the altar.
Oh.
And the pastor and the server would go by and everyone would get the bread and the wine.
Yep.
And then they'd give a blessing to each, like groups of people.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they'd get up
And it would take
leave.
forever.
Yes. And so every service that's why we only did it like once a month or once every 3 months, because it would be like 2
You were
hours
like,
long.
we can't spend this much time doing this
Never
often.
during football season.
No. People got places to be.
But that's how it was done. Then I became ordained, and all this stuff was new to me. Learning kind of these traditional things that are very traditional. I mean, they go back to the beginning of the church, but just wasn't practiced in the Norwegian Lutheran Church in middle of North Dakota in the 80s. So,
Yeah, I don't remember, but we did in Wishick. They do the same thing for communion. Go up, kneel down, and then
Put on the line.
like then you watch. Wait.
right.
Okay, it's time.
Right.
Get up and go.
Yep.
I remember the first time we went to a church that did that. Like, I don't remember why we were there, but like the church I grew up going to, that's not what they did. It was and everybody just down the line like we do it here.
Yep.
And I was like, what are these benches for, Mom? Like, I was probably 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And like just very confused and like did not want to do it, did not want to get up there, like,
Right.
because like, not that I took it, but I still had to like, I was like, no, I'm staying here. I'm gonna stay right here. You can come back for me. And my mom was like, no, you have to come back. Like, come on. I'm like, no.
Everyone's gonna be looking
then,
at me.
This is
So
how
you
I
just
knew.
sit there and I'm like, okay, can I go now?
Yeah, right.
Like,
This is how I knew I grew up in a very traditional Lutheran church. Is we had the kneel for communion, and I want to say I was like in middle school when the contemporary service that I went to switched to having one Sunday a month we'd do the kneeling, one Sunday a month we'd do the dipping.
Yeah.
And the 8:15 like older crowd always kept with kneeling because they tried to do it once, and I think there was legitimate outcry of like,
Well, and think about this though.
taking this from me.
Who's the worst at kneeling?
the old people.
yeah, but they love. I still do. I think about it sometimes of like I miss like
Getting the kneel?
getting to go up kneeling.
But that's my thing that I think about it with the
Communion.
kneeling. I'm like, but the old people, some of them can't be kneeling like that. Like,
Let's see. When is communion again? This coming Sunday? What's the date?
yes, it's the 3rd Sunday.
So this week I'm going to walk right by you and I'm going to go kneel on the steps.
Go for it. When I was bringing in certain transitions, depending on what church I was at, I would always leave that as an option to say we're gonna be taking communion at stations. But if your piety so moves you, you're welcome to come forward and kneel and pray at the rail, and we will commune you at the end. And I'd always have like 1 or 2 like old school people that were just like they'd walk right by me.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, all right. But what I also found is that after a year or 2 of doing stations, most of the people who had bad knees preferred just doing stations. Come up, get communion, go sit down rather than the kneeling part and having to get back up. Because usually if everyone kneeled, someone had to help them
Get back
Sure.
up.
Yeah.
get back up.
Okay, so when is this episode coming out again?
I think,
Easter.
it's in April.
Okay. Before Easter or
Yeah.
after? Okay,
it
before
definitely has
Easter.
to be before Easter.
No spoilers on the dramas, Ryan.
no,
I want to know how it
Is the
ends.
baby
Don't,
coming
don't
back?
tell us
I
anything.
want to know how it
Does
ends.
Jesus rise at the end? Does Jesus rise on the third day?
You know what? If you don't know, I'm not telling.
I just want to know, does the baby come back?
Oh no, I don't think
no
so.
More?
I don't
More
think
little
so.
Baby?
That was funny.
Live baby?
Yeah.
You can go back and watch this. The first on Ash Wednesday, we had Andre and Melissa's little one
Yeah.
up there.
Liam.
And Liam played baby John the Baptist.
Yes.
And I was holding him, doing my thing.
I don't think in the Bible they called him Baby John the Baptist. I think it was just John.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got Baptist later on. But
But he didn't. But Liam didn't play adult John the Baptist.
right.
But you know, if you get the Talladega Nights translation of the Bible,
Yeah.
it is baby John the Baptist.
Zechariah called him JB.
Yeah.
That's JB.
JB. I tell you what. So I was doing my lines holding Liam. And
It's also just you and the baby up there, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And it was right away. He's like, "Why'd he give me to you?
Looking at his dad going, where are you going?
Why?
Who are you?" He's like, "Who are you? Why am I up here? I don't want to be up here." One more line and we'd have had problems, I think.
You can literally see it where he's just like looking at Ryan, like, "Wow, okay, hi, how are you?"
No, that
And
was
I'm-
more, what am I doing here?
Like, what is this?
And then he like looks around, and you can just see him looking at everything, and all of a sudden he looks back at Ryan, and it's just like intently staring at Ryan.
And that was when the bottom lip started quivering.
Waiting for the fist to come up.
Yeah, you go back and watch that, the Ash Wednesday
That's gonna
episode.
be good.
Yep,
Holy
I gotta
cow.
watch this.
that was
That's
fun.
really funny.
Because I thought it was gonna be the doll, because I had seen the doll.
Yeah.
Yep, it was going to be the doll was up there just in case Liam made a pre-trip. No, I'm not going up there.
Right.
So,
hey,
but it
at
worked
least
out
it was
good.
It
that
worked out
one.
well.
Like they got some chill kids.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that you're going to have that for perpetuity. When Liam is 18, 19, 20, it's like, remember
Someone's
when you were in
gonna
the
pull
drama?
that out. Just be like, "Look, that's you."
Look at you. Now watch your facial expressions. This is when you're terrified of Ryan talking.
yeah. Watch Ryan speed up his dialogue.
You do start talking faster.
You did. I didn't realize any of this until after you told me. You're like, this is what happened. I'm like, oh, I had no idea.
Yep. Yeah, it was a close call.
Great.
No, because I was in the back, so one of the kids had tried to get one of the remote. It was your kid actually. Tried to get one of the remote cabinets to like zoom in on him just to see his face, but it was like when he was looking around.
Yep.
Well, the whole thing with Lent at Atonement is that it is packed. There's so many
There
people
was
here.
so many.
There was a record broken just this last Wednesday, and as we're recording this is the day after the second Wednesday in Lent. Okay, so Ash Wednesday, and then I guess the first Wednesday after Ash Wednesday, and the youth, including our youth leaders Gage and Drew, are getting all the soups ready, and they serve them at noon and at supper time. They broke a record this last time.
Yep.
There was more
How do you know
soup
that?
served.
Drew told me.
Oh,
There was more soup served and more money raised for youth mission trips
awesome.
Yep.
just this last Wednesday. And as I'm looking around, I'm like, there's always a good attendance at the church and online. There's a good attendance online. But at Lent, everybody comes,
Yep.
especially in the evening,
Yep.
because we do something different in the morning. But it's just like, I guess I'm just kind of awed by it and a little like, how do you translate this to every Wednesday? Because we've done meals before on Wednesday on our usual regular Wednesday programming,
Yep.
and not a lot of people came to the meals. And
Yeah.
we have a lot of youth activities and other activities that go on Wednesday. It's very busy here on Wednesday.
Yep.
But if we were to have like a worship service year round on Wednesday, I just don't think it would be like
Like it is
Lent.
for
Like
Lent.
this place loves
Yeah,
Lent.
yeah,
Is it the
yeah.
dramas? Is that what it is? Because I know they go back to like the 80s.
It's probably the season. It's probably a little bit of everything. The season, the dramas, the fellowship, all that stuff.
It's the atonement piety, which is just very interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's something about the tradition of this is
Yeah.
what you do during Lent.
This is
Yeah.
what
And-
you do.
And I would say too that probably knowing that the money raised is going to mission trips helps
True.
too. It's probably all of it
Maybe.
together.
Yeah.
Well, and
you know?
even I think sometimes the simple breakdown of like you have all those kids and that are usually here Wednesday night for kids club or confirmation or Elevate group, and now they're coming with mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, or at least 1 to 2 adults in their life. So you're just filling the space up even more rather than just the parking lot to drop them off, pick them up.
It's one of those things I just wonder about as a strategy. Like, what if we went to a Wednesday service year round? Would it have the same impact, or would we dilute what happens?
I think we dilute what happens.
Yeah, I think we would too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a blessing when it's here.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like someone said something to me about, make sure you stay healthy. And it's like, oh yeah, no, this is the playoffs. We're getting ready for the Super Bowl. So the next 6 weeks, this is.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of That Podcast. Don't forget that you can find us every Sunday morning at 9 and 10:30, either here at Atonement, 4601 South University Drive in Fargo, or online at atonement.live or atonementfargo.org. We also have a YouTube channel where you can find our services live or a wide variety of resources. Again, that's YouTube, atonement.live or atonementfargo.org. So for all of us here at Atonement, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another riveting episode of That Podcast.